do strange creatures love you so much?
Rated PG-13.
Did I scare you? Ha! Hi. Shabbat Shalom. Good evening, ladies and gentle turds. Speaking of, how those stomachs holding up? Wasn't enough to stuff our guts last night. We had to do it all over again today with the leftovers. I still had leftovers from Passover Seder. Fixed myself a turkey sandwich on matzah, a little gefilte with a schmear of cranberry sauce. Delicious! Besides the sweet potatoes in the microwave, what's cooking with you on this Black Friday night? You all survived the malls with only minor injuries, I hope? The PTSD should kick in around New Year's. I got a great deal on the complete works of William Shakespeare. Yeah, 38 books, all the poems and sonnets, all for free, down at my local library. No line either. I got a hot bargain for you tonight. Answer questions and win cash. Huh? How does that sound? Only on HQ, the live mobile game show where you can do so. I'm your post-Thanksgiving host with the elevated levels of blood glucose, Fart Linkletter, Stink Martindale, Scott Rogowski. Parking my carcass on this 60th anniversary of Harry Einstein's death during the Friars Club roast of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz with Tom Vita, Shenanigan, Natalie Donovan, Sherry McGinnis, and daughter Hayden sharing birthdays, and ex-Penguin celebrating her second birthday on HQ. Hello again. Now, I have a very special Black Friday offer. Same 12 questions, but we're slashing our prizes by 50%. JK, it's still 5,000 doorbusters, 5,000 discounted designer dresses, $5,000. You can afford to be stupid with that kind of cash. But you can't be stupid to answer all 12 questions correctly. With an extra life, you'll need to get 11 right. An extra life, of course, keeps you in the game if you get a question wrong. You can only use it once per game, not in final question. And with an eraser, you really only need to know like 10 and a half questions, if that makes sense, because an eraser, which you get by playing with your friends nearby, will erase an incorrect answer on a question and leave you with a 50-50. So yeah, it's good stuff. Power-ups, you should use them. Hey, we got a special theme tonight. Grab Mama and Pep Pep. We're going through the decades, folks. Reeling in the years, going backwards down the number line, just like Dan Rather won with his daughter and grandson last year. Yeah, get the whole family together if they're still around you, because we're asking questions from like the 40s to the 50s to the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and today's, all the hits. Speaking of 50 years ago, yesterday, the Beatles released their seminal White Album, one of my favorites. So, dear HQdents, what do you say we head back to the HQSSR? Everybody's got something to hide, except for me and my HQD. So why don't we HQ it in the road? Why don't we get this show on the road? It's Cumero Numero Uno time with over 340,000 of you live right now around the world. Here it is. Question 1. What was the first name of the host of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Paulie D, Roger, or Fred? Starting in the 60s here. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Mr. Rogers debuted nationally in 1968. Roger Rogers? We have Clarence. Clarence, what's your vector? Victor? No, it was Fred Rogers. Like Fred Durst, so too Fred Rogers. Wow, 93,000 thought it was Roger Rogers. There's a great documentary about Fred Rogers out right now. Maybe check that out, learn a little something. Meanwhile, 235,000 are putting on their cardigans and changing into their indoor shoes for Q2. Before power windows in cars, people had to use what to roll them down? Telekinesis, crank, or magnets. Does this mean anything to you kids? Hydraulic power windows first introduced in early 1940 by Packard, but I remember cranking on my mom's Chevrolet in the 90s. It's a good arm workout. Crank that soldier boy. Crank the windows. 233, 407. Getting this one right. A lot more of you knew this one than Mr. Rogers, apparently. We're crank calling Q3. Larger Than Life was a hit song for what boy band? Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, or New Kids on the Block? Who had a bunch of hits? Chinese food makes me sick. Going to the late 90s for this one, 1999. Bow, bow, bow now. Bow now, now, now. I may run and hide when you're screaming my name. All right. Yeah. There are prices to fame. All right. No, I didn't write that song about hosting HU. These are the Backstreet Boys' whiny lyrics about being larger than life. Oh, you people, can't you see, 147,160 are seeing Q4 with me. About 70, 80,000 of you there getting your boy bands mixed up. It happens. They all look the same and dance the same. But Backstreet were a larger than life. Q4, the New York Times caused a sensation when it recommended putting what ingredient in guacamole? Peas, carrots, or cucumbers? This occurred in the middle of this decade, the beautiful 2010s that we're still living in here. Even Obama weighed in on this one to Ray Lady for its controversial ingredient. These were simpler times, right? When the biggest gripe our president had with the media was they're suggesting that peas be added to guacamole. Peas and thank you, 68,513, scooping up a big guac dip at Q4. I haven't tried this peas recipe. I'm not gonna knock it till I try it, but it does sound strange. Q5, what was the name of the plane that was advertised with the slogan, "Arrive before you leave"? Boeing 747, Concorde, or the Airbus A380? Going to the swinging 70s for this question. This plane operated from 1976 to 03. It was a supersonic airliner that could get you from New York City's JFK Airport to London's Heathrow in under 3 hours, which made the Concorde the ideal getaway from a hellish family gathering. Maybe like one you had just yesterday. I don't know. Mine was fine, but most of them are bad. The Concorde, 54,374 of you touching down safely at Q6.